Video opens with a shot of an old abandoned school building at dusk. The camera slowly zooms in on a flickering light in one of the windows. Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're diving into a story that blurs the line between academic pressure and paranormal terror. Imagine a school where your grades aren't just a measure of your knowledge, but a matter of your very survival. This is the chilling legend of Blackwood Academy. From the outside, Blackwood looked like any other prestigious boarding school. Its stone walls and ivy-covered buildings spoke of history and excellence. For decades, it was known for producing the brightest minds. But behind its reputation for academic rigor was a dark secret, a presence that lingered in its halls, classrooms, and dormitories. Students whispered about it in hushed tones. They called it the Proctor. The legend says that long ago, a particularly strict headmaster obsessed with perfection roamed these halls. He believed that failure was not an option, and he enforced this belief with an iron fist. After his mysterious passing on the school grounds, his spirit remained, forever bound to the institution. His obsession didn't die with him. It festered, growing stronger and more malevolent with each passing year. The haunting at Blackwood Academy wasn't your typical ghost story with rattling chains or faint whispers. This was something far more personal and terrifying. The Proctor's spirit was said to be tethered to the school's academic standards. As long as students maintained a grade of C or higher, they were safe. But the moment a student received a D, or worse, an F, they were marked. It would start subtly. A marked student might find their textbook pages mysteriously blank, or their completed homework would vanish right before class. Then the whispers would begin, a disembodied voice echoing their deepest insecurities about failure. Not good enough, it would hiss from the shadows of the library. You'll never succeed. The psychological torment was relentless, designed to break their spirit long before the final act. If a student's grades didn't improve, the proctor's influence would escalate. Friends of the marked student would report strange behavior. Their classmate would become withdrawn, their eyes filled with a vacant, haunted look. They'd be seen muttering to themselves in empty hallways, their handwriting changing into an old-fashioned, spidery script that wasn't their own. This was the final stage, possession. The proctor's spirit would latch onto the vulnerable student, seeking to correct their academic failings directly. One of the most famous accounts is the story of a student named Thomas. A brilliant but overwhelmed scholarship student, Thomas began to struggle in his advanced physics class. After receiving his first D on a midterm, the hauntings began. His friends watched him transform from a cheerful, outgoing boy into a paranoid recluse. He claimed a shadow followed him, a figure he could only see in the reflection of the classroom windows. The night before his final exam, he was found in the physics lab, manically scrawling complex equations all over the blackboards, equations far beyond his known abilities. His voice was not his own. He spoke with the cold, authoritative tone of the long-dead headmaster, vowing to achieve the perfection he had failed to obtain in life. Thomas was never the same again. Blackwood Academy was eventually closed down, not because of an official paranormal investigation, but due to a sudden and inexplicable decline in enrollment and a string of mental breakdowns among the student body. The building now stands empty, a silent monument to ambition turned to horror. Locals say that on quiet nights, if you listen closely, you can still hear the faint scratching of a pen on paper and a cold, judgmental voice whispering from the darkened windows, forever grading, forever watching, forever waiting for the next failure. What do you think? Is this just a cautionary tale about academic stress? Or is there truly a spirit haunting those who fall behind? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you so much for joining me on this dive into the dark. If you enjoyed this story, please hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next exploration into the unknown. Until next time, stay curious and stay safe.